just over at this project in Harpenden. So this is one of our first sites that will go upgraded to Control4 OS3. So at the minute we're on 2.10.6, so we've just saved a backup of this project. We always tend to save a backup anytime we load Composer, first and foremost. Name the file, pre-3.0. And all I'll do is just save a backup in case worst case scenario I have to revert anything, but that's going to be the case. So now we've got Control4 OS3 installed, we can boot that up on here. That'll load all the drivers that we've got associated with 3.0 on the hard drive and bring that up for us. So we're locally on this project, as we tend not to update a system remotely, so local update. We'll connect to the Director, which is the A5 in the rack that I showed you in the other video. We'll do an upgrade to OS3, so as it's telling us here, but we've got an incompatible project version. So that's probably similar to the display that used to pop up in the 2.0, which says connect your Director into its own different version of software. However, we're looking at updating this project to OS3, so we're going to begin the update process there. Now, something really cool that Control4 have done as part of this upgrade is the OS3 upgrade is going to scan the project for drivers and updates. So it's going to see any drivers that are incompatible with OS3, anything that may need to be upgraded. Now, when we did our personal showroom system, what that's done is it actually popped up 9 warnings of drivers that needed to be upgraded. So that'd be a case of just going back into your 2.10.6 software, upgrading those drivers before attempting to upgrade to 3.0 again. On here, because a lot of the components, so what Control4 have done is the H800, which was replaced by the EA5 and the EA series. The H800 is still supported by OS3, but you lose the on-screen display. Now the HC250, which was your single room controller, which now been replaced by the EA1/EA3, that is no longer supported within OS3. So what that means is if you or your clients have got any HC250 in the project, they're going to need removing before you can begin that update. As well as other components that were in there, some may not be compatible, so you need to explain this to your client beforehand. And on here, there's actually a tick box for customer consent that they're happy with that. So, I mean, we've cleared this with the client. The project that we're upgrading here actually did a takeover on it 2 months ago. So it used to have H800 and a couple of 250s in the project. However, we've upgraded that to an EA5 and an EA1 stroke property. All new tried audio, so we'll get the MQA audio feature through there if they want it. But that's all in here ready to go. So let's go ahead and click update. So that's going to launch our update manager. So we're here on, so although we're on version 3, we're on version 3.0.0562835, which tells me throughout the beta test phase, there's been lots of changes and amendments made as they've been snagging the project. Now I think Control4 said that this was one of their largest beta programs, so with a massive overhaul on the operating system like this, they've obviously tested that quite rigorously. Hopefully with a lot of third-party devices, and we're going to see where we go from here. So if we go ahead on there, so as you can see, I mean, we call our EA processors that provide an on-screen display, we call them Control4 Manager. Reason for that is that when the client selects, presses the red 4 on the remote to put the on-screen display on, it calls it on the remote on Control4 Manager instead of calling it the controller name. Let's be honest, EA1, EA3 or EA5 means absolutely nothing to an end user. So it's showing here that we've got 3 Control4 managers in the project, and we've also got a 10-inch remote touchscreen. Now the 10-inch remote touchscreens project is in the kitchen. That's for their local audio. This is the main entertaining space. We've got 2 zones of audio in the kitchen dining space. Also got the quick buttons for turning all AV off in the house if they're going out, and we've also got the custom buttons for doing the system resets. That'll be coming in another video. So beginning the update process 3.0, let's go, update. That's asking us if we want to save a backup. Now, we literally just saved the backup as we left 2.10.6, so I'm going to say no to that, but in usual circumstances that prompt would be when you'd back up. As part of the update process, it'll disconnect us from the director, so that means it'll reboot the director and we won't be able to get a connection. However, if we try connecting to a local system, come to the directors list, as we can see on there, we have nothing available. Now, if you just press refresh every couple of minutes on there, or wait for it to appear, as soon as that director is ready and upgraded to OS3, that will become available on there. That's now ready for us to connect back to the director there, so that is updated. So we can connect through onto there. Now that won't change anything as far as Composer is concerned. Everything will be the same, that'll load through, and that is identical. Now I have made a couple of cool changes within there, like and apply to all for the navigators. So if we had a look, say at one of our rooms, say the living room and navigators, it's apply to there, and you can apply that to all your rooms. So that is a much requested feature, and people have been waiting a long time for that. So the fact that you can do that and say hide, like common one, say with one with no heating. So say if you go to the comfort page on here, I can apply that to the whole project, and we can hide that. That's a nice touch. Another thing you might notice is I'm a Mac man, absolutely through and through. Absolute Apple hot. However, Composer obviously is a Windows-based product. Although I have Parallels running on the Mac, we recently decided to try the Surface Pro. Reason being, it's a touchscreen. We can use it as a tablet. Obviously, it comes with a stylus like this, and I can scroll through. I can also use just obviously my finger to go through there. Our connections and things like that, we can do that all really easy with that. So this now on OS3, so a much cleaner interface. Now you still have all the options that were available to you before, however it's just much crisper and cleaner. The icons all have a bit of depth to them, the 3D, lose the oval shape, it comes into a square format. One thing worth noting on the OS3 update is the custom buttons that used to be in the four corners of the screen, there now has an actual button there. So in here we've got an AV all off option, and that's in there. And before, as we showed you on our service page, which is a reset for the client, into our service page we've now got system or AV. So the system, you've then got your drop down menu, so Control4, network, audio, video, SkyQ and Apple TV, or the SkyQ minis, or the whole system. That is through there. So if we were to reset the whole system of the PDU, that's still popping our announcement out, telling the client to give us a call if having an issue, and that's on there like that. Really nice. So let's have a look at the AV. So if we were to come back through to the kitchen, again we've only got watch and listen as available sources because the Control4 system is properly just for the AV. But if we had lights or heating or security, they would also appear on that panel there. So watch. In here we've got SkyQ, SkyQ Mini 1, SkyQ Mini 2, the Blu-ray, Apple TV 4K, Apple TV or Stand TV. So if we were to press the SkyQ, that brings us through. That's obviously turning the TV on in bits and pieces. Automatically loaded it up onto 20%. But what we've got on here now is, just turn that volume down, a much different layout. So the layout on here, much cleaner, a lot more updated, and there is also gesture control built into that there for swiping through your menus. Again, with remote controls, touchscreens are nice for things like this, but for watching television, remote control is much recommended. So again, because we've selected Apple TV as a source, the remote controllers aren't going to come onto Apple TV. That will work straight away through there, which again, as just said to boys, pretty painless update. We've upgraded to OS3. Now Red 4 to bring on our on-screen display, and that is displayed similar to as it is on the touchscreen there. So we've got our custom buttons which are available there. We've got our watch and listen sources. You can come back through here and see what active sessions you've got running on the system. So our watch menu here, front of the SkyQ. That'll bring it all back through onto the SkyQ menu, and then that's brought us SkyQ onto the SR260 handheld remote. So there, yeah, so through the remote control it's brought us onto SkyQ. Xiaomi have also updated their Sky Q driver to allow clients to be able to add a favourite directly through the home screen. So if their favourite channel is, they want to watch the football and want quick access to the football, they can do that in there. The Control4 app is also now customisable for different people within the household. So say if mum had a certain favourite TV programme or dad had a favourite programme or room, he could set the app up to his, you can swipe to favourite rooms. So say in this house, dad has his TV room where he watches his football. So if he wanted to walk into there, straight away into football, that would load straight through onto the TV. So as I just touched on briefly there, you can select favourites. So if, for instance on here, where you're usually on OS2 and currently now, you can press at the top and you can scroll through the rooms. However, if there was a certain couple of rooms that you always use this system in, you can come through into here, select a favourite, so here the kitchen, dining, living room, let's say master bedroom as well, and we'll tick done on those. When you come back onto the home screen, you don't have to go through the menu there to go through it, you simply swipe. So that's brought straight through into the dining room, straight through into the living room, straight through into the master. Now there in the master, that already knows that we're watching Sky up there. So the Sky is on there, we've also got our volume control. There's not currently a volume percentage on there because that was the last TV to change the Sony in the house. But if we come through into the living room, if I select watch Sky Q, brings us our menu through there, turn the TV on and update the volume percentage. But if we go home again, the living room now knows that we've got that on and the volume percentage for that on there. Now if you click on the top right on the touchscreen now, you have active sessions. So you can go through rooms in the house and see what's active. Now let me just go back a minute and swipe through to the dining room. So the listen, so the Spotify in the dining room, stations tune in, obviously my music, iPhone Connect. We'll go to stations, got our favourites there. Now straight in there on the favourites, before what you had to do is select a favourite, but we can just go through and now we've got the client's two favourite radio stations saved, which again is going to bring that up. It's pulled through the metadata, we've got a nice slide volume control on there. The grouping of this, whereas before it was in the bottom right for the house icon, we've got the grouping there. So you can go through, so we'll have the living room and TV room. That instantly pulls the volume percentages from there. Gives you your group control. And you can control them individually. Again, back to the active sessions now. That knows in the master I'm watching Sky. However, in dining, living room, TV room, I'm watching that. Now, again, as usual, if we wanted to turn the whole AV off in the house, we've got two options here. We used to put a custom button in for the AV. Now, that is still located on all these pages, AV on off, which will turn all AV off within the house. However, what we've got now, if we come back through into active sessions, Control4 have actually put that into the active sessions here for all the AV. So we press off, end all sessions, turn off, and that's ended everything within the house. That's turned all the TVs off, all the audio on off within the house, and brought us back to the home page. We've got a quick access here onto the local weather, so we can see weekend's brightening up in Harpenden, whereas today we're looking a little bit rainy. But we've got that there. You've got your wind speed, so that's great if you're heading out for the day. If we wanted to add, so I was talking about Dad with his favourite station, favourite programme. If we come through onto the watch menu, so the Sky Q, if realistically every time that you went into that room, Sky Q was what you were going to be going for, if you wanted to simply just press and hold favourite to the room, that's added to that, to the favourite for the room. So we could do that through programming before in one way or another, but what that actually gives the homeowner is loads of flexibility themselves. So now there, that TV room page automatically is updated, put Sky Q in. So rather than having to go through the watch menu and doing it, by pressing Sky Q there instantly on that home page, that's going to bring that through. So through here on the favourites, we've obviously got our room by room. Now that's another thing, we can change the background based on the room. So whereas before, changing the background on here on Control4 wasn't apply to all, that is now per room. What you can also do is have pictures of the rooms available on there. So if you wanted you know, the actual picture of the room, the hallway, the front of the house, the garden all lit up at night. You could have that on there. But our favourites, so we've got Apple TV saved as a favourite in here. So by just simply pressing Apple TV on the home page for the kitchen, that's brought us through onto Apple TV, and we'll launch the Apple TV on the TV behind me. Now the Apple TV, the original remote control is the one with the gesture control, so that's where you can swipe up and down, and it works really nice on the Control4 menus. So if you're using a wireless touchscreen as part of your system, or if you use the mobile app to control it, by pressing there on the gesture control, you have a gesture control directly through the touchscreen, which is going to do that now. Now touchscreen is probably a place where that wouldn't actually be used, but we would however use that on the iOS app. So the Control4 app for OS3 is a new app within the App Store. So if you come through into the App Store, search Control4, and search it with Control4, and it'll bring you up two options. OS2, which I currently have an update for, or OS3. Now if you look at that there, you can actually see between the two there, and that's actually come up quite cool, the two options between, you know, the two different variants between the apps. So OS3 app, really clean, nice look about it. I mean, I did like OS2. In terms of functionality, it worked great. It was simple, it was uniform throughout the world. There or thereabouts, minus wallpaper change or square or circular button format. But if you just look, if you look at there for the shades or for the audio, it was looking a bit tired. Whereas now for the OS3 app, really clean, really simple. It's looking really good. So I'll launch that app. So there on the Control4 app. So we've actually just updated that kitchen screen to have that background on there. Now, so if I wanted to add photographs of the individual rooms and stuff, that would automatically update on there. But as you can see, the favourites that we saved, or the active sessions, all come through here, really clean. So if I just end all active sessions within the house there, we just turn that off. Even though that's ended, we still have our favourites on here on the home page. So if I'm in the kitchen now wanting to launch the Apple TV, obviously you could go through the watch menu, select Apple TV or anything like that. But through here, straight through the home page again. So the whole point of having a smart home is quick, it's convenient. If we're straight through there, bang, Apple TV, that's going to launch that in the kitchen. That started the Apple TV 4K. And then the gesture control through here, so if I press gesture, you've got the swipe pad directly built into there, which is just awesome. Worked great for the Control4, for the Apple TV, sorry. Again, the AV, to turn it all off on there. Kiss, if you want to start kissing here, press that, that'll start our kiss playing, and start the radio in here. Grouping through the app, so that holds it at the bottom there. Press it brings it up. We've got a representation of our volume control. And if we wanted to group this, press add. So grouping. So I've already got that grouped into a couple of rooms there. So you've got individual volume control on there, or you can control it as a whole group. And that's working on there like that. Same with ending the session or muting the session. Come through onto there. Got the session muted at the minute. Turn it off, turn the individual room off, and that's ended those sessions. Custom buttons appear like that in the app, and again, if you wanted to save favourites, here, so kitchen there. So we've got our rooms, so if we wanted favourites for our apps, the rooms that we use the most, kitchen, TV room, playroom, save that. Close that off, so now there through the app, you literally just swipe the page and you're in there. So in the TV room, we've got Sky Q as a favourite, can press that straight on. The playroom, no favourites saved, but for the lad whose games room that is, we'll put his Xbox there as a favourite, and he can just come straight onto his app, bang, Xbox, and it'll just launch it straight up onto the TV. So the kitchen, you've got the option to change your wallpapers through here. So if we wanted to go into the dining room, we can add the wallpaper. So you can got the option there to change a photo. So for best options, turn it into landscape. So if I come through on here, see if you wanted the dining room there, I'll take a photo of the dining room. That's put the photo directly onto there. use photo. So you select the part of the room there that you want to use. You can pinch and zoom. So if I had taken that a little bit wider, I could have zoomed it out. But say if you want to save that for the dining room, okay, press the tick to save that. Upload in the new wallpaper image. So if I swipe back through to the dining room app, which I haven't got saved as a favourite, come through to the dining room, that's now put that through, but it's got the dining room saved as the image as part of the app, which is really cool. And we'll just see if it's updated that straight onto the touch screen as well. Swipe back through onto the dining room like that. That has put the image of that dining room straight away onto the touch screen. So again, without having to have any interaction from a dealer, without having to pay anybody to do this for you, the homeowner can customise all these things themselves. Dining room listen, stations capital, then through there, it just puts that on as an overlay, which is a really, really cool feature. So I've completed our OS3 Control4 upgrade here in Harpenden, as well as the audio upgrades throughout the home. All looking and sounding really, really good. The customisation on OS3 is incredible. I can tell the Control4 team have worked really hard on that. I mean, touch wood, as of yet everything's gone flawlessly, everything's great. However, we'll be on hand for a client for the next couple of days, should they need it. So yeah, this is Art Smart, tuning out.